Good afternoon, South Africa. Welcome to Afternoon Express. I'm Bonnie Booley. Joining us in the loft today is South African power couple JP and Sue Duminy. The last time they visited us, they were just about to give birth to their beautiful daughter. Now they're well into the next chapter of their lives, raising an adorable little toddler. JP also recently retired from Test cricket. Plus, we'll chat about the JP 21 Foundation that is hosting a celebrity cricket match soon. Keeping on the theme of cricket, we're also joined by former professional cricketer turned coach Andy Mole, who has worked with a number of international teams including Afghanistan, Kenya and Hong Kong. At the age of only 34, he was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, which is very uncommon for a professional sportsman.
There's also going to be loads of food on Afternoon Express today, and Clem has got some ideas for us on how to make breakfast quick and easy. So we've got a Clem, we've got a tart and a witch. We've got Clem, a breakfast tart and a sandwich on the show today, right?
Yes, we do. Okay, so I'm going to teach you how to make a frittata, or in our case, a little breakfast tart.
Yummy.
And then high tea. I love high teas. I think it's awesome.
It makes you feel fancy.
It really does.
But you make one at home and feel fancy. It's awesome.
So I'm going to teach you exactly how to do that today.
Awesome. Plus, the festive season is upon us, and Clicks is giving away 36,000 Rands worth of prizes with the Clicks Advent Calendar giveaway for 2017. 12 days, 12 prizes, each valued at 3,000 Rand. And all you have to do to win big is call in live on 021 430 9881 only when we say that the lines are open. So get ready, because we're one prize down and have 11 still up for grabs. The lines will not open until we give that signal. So please keep your phones handy for that, all right, ladies and gents? It's a very simple process. Only when we say the lines are open may you go and give in a call. Because I know Clem's busy dialing in his pocket.
Did you see I was actually dialing?
Let go. You can't dial the number just yet. Only when we say the lines are open can you make them go open, all right?
Okay.
So with so many cool guests on the show today, lots of food to be had, let's kickstart it with our power couple.
Our guests today are one of South Africa's most loved couples, JP Duminy, and easily considered one of our most successful cricketers from the past decade. And a few months back, he sadly announced his official retirement from Test cricket. A decision, I'm sure, that has been welcomed on some level by his beautiful wife, Sue, freeing up more time to raise their adorable daughter. Welcome back to the loft. Lovely to have you with us.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Danilo, come in.
I'm so excited to have this chat, because now officially, baby's born.
Yes,
she's
the last time we saw you, you were 29 weeks pregnant, and since then your lives have become very colourful. We actually have a clip of just how colourful your lives have become.
Yeah, check out this stuff. It was so cool to see this video when we played it through. Look at this, little pranks that daughters play on fathers.
Oh gosh.
Inspired by mom, no doubt.
Oh my gosh.
We knew those brows weren't real, JP. We knew that they were painted
So
on.
is it basically a pranking household? You guys are pulling pranks on each other all the time?
I figured I should just take the lead in the household and just show her how it's done. So, raise them well.
Yeah.
Face beat, this is awesome. Your daughter does a good face beat on you.
Did you sleep right through that?
He did.
I did.
He woke up scratching his nose and stuff, and then we just kind of left him so he can just doze off, and then... Yeah.
And then he woke up finally at the end, didn't realize what was going on.
With a lighter shade of something there.
I'm really inspired. I'm going to steal that prank.
We're also going to chat to you about the blog that you're involved with. You and a partner have started a really cool blog that's doing a lot of really
Inspired
good
Women.
work.
Inspired Women.
Tell us about it.
It was actually her blog, which I joined, and we kind of just, took it to new heights. Everything to do with women, traveling, food, fashion, everything that inspires women. But our main passion is traveling. So
It's not like Jeannie's best friend.
Yeah, and blogs are hard work, though.
it is hard work. It's very time consuming.
Yeah.
But as soon as it becomes a passion, it does not feel like work at all.
That's awesome. Yeah. So you've recently announced your retirement, but you're not done with cricket.
Far from it.
Yeah. Tell us about the JP 21 Foundation.
It's called the JP 21 Project.
Right.
So what it is we've started a cricket league for primary schools within the Mitchells Plain and Strandfontein area. Mitchells Plain is the area that I grew up in. Before we came on board, which was the beginning of 2015, you have 54 primary schools alone in this area. Only 4 were playing cricket over the last 10 years. Yeah. So we knew there was an opportunity for revival when it comes to cricket within this community. And we've come on board to date. We've got 36 schools playing hardball cricket, 35 schools playing mini cricket, both boys and girls. So it's been really inspiring to see the attitude of the kids and the excitement, the smiles on the faces, giving them opportunities to you know, lure away from the negative influences of this community, which is stricken by gangsterism, alcohol abuse, drug abuse. So we're doing a really great job.
On Friday on Afternoon Express, we're going to be hosting an episode on drug addiction and alcohol addiction. I cannot wait to see what comes from that conversation. But one of the things that always comes up in conversation around addiction is find an ulterior something to pour your energies into. And it's great to see sport obviously being an avenue for that. But one thing that I've realized talking to a lot of young people is that cricket is perceived as quite a privileged sport. It's an expensive sport to get into.
Yes.
How do you prevent that, or how do you allow kids who perhaps don't have the financial resources to enjoy a game like that?
It's been quite a difficult thing to do because our project is run majorly on funding. So we've been quite fortunate to have partners on board to help us fund the project. But we've been fortunate enough to supply kit bags, to supply the fields, to basically coordinate the game. We rely on the teachers and the sports coordinators to run the game, but essentially we put it together and they sort of take it further. So we've been really privileged to have them on board and to have the complete buy-in of them.
And why is it that so little schools, you say, of the 54 were playing cricket only until you came on board? What is it? Is it a lack of resources?
Yeah, I think it's a combination of things, lack of resources, infrastructure, just the complete buy-in of the role players within that community. You need your parents, your teachers, your principals to buy into the fact that kids need extramural activities. And sport is obviously one of those big things to keep them away from those negative influences. And unfortunately that has died a bit, but you know, with the help of the project and many other sort of foundations that are doing the similar things, hopefully we can revive that again.
Obviously now that you guys have got your family together, just a quick comment from the two of you about, you know, the journey of a professional career in sport and as a family growing up with small kids. I mean, this next step towards altruism is such a big part of our life, I'd imagine. Is this a desire that came from having kids?
You can answer.
You go for it.
Yeah, look, I think the desire was always there to put back into communities. You know, the idea came from my dad when I grew up. I was afforded great opportunities, and he always installed in me that when you get opportunities or great opportunities afforded to your life, you need to plow back into the community you're from.
We like to use the quote, "We were blessed to bless others."
So we've been really blessed, and you know, for the last 2.5 years involved in this project, we've seen amazing stories come out of it, and the opportunities to bless others, to bless kids, seeing tears on their faces when you afford them a pair of shoes, a pair of takis, or just a cricket bat.
A life well lived is a life lived for others.
There we go.
Amazing. Well, coming up, don't forget the Clicks Advent Calendar 2017 is coming up later in the show. We have 11 awesome prizes left to give away, so keep your phone handy and wait for our signal to call in.
After the break, we chat to international cricket coach Andy Moles, who at the age of 34 was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. His story after these. You could win daily cash and airtime prizes or a Toyota RAV4 when you enter the hashtag WayBetterTogether competition. Buy a 1 kilogram classic custard and a 1 litre crush together. Have the barcodes from both products and the till slip in hand and dial *120 *5676 hash and follow the prompts. T's and C's apply and full competition details can be found on clover.co.za. A warm welcome back to Afternoon Express. We're live on SABC3 and we hope you had a great weekend this past weekend and are excited to join us on today's show. We're joined now by Andy Moles, who started his career as a professional cricketer in England, and after a successful time over there, he moved to South Africa and continued to play domestic cricket here. Upon retirement, he moved into coaching and has worked with the Afghanistan national team, Hong Kong, as well as Kenya. And even though he lived active lifestyles as a professional sportsman, at the age of only 34, he was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. And that story is about to be unpacked now. Welcome to the show.
Hi, good afternoon.
So let's first talk about your journey through cricket, because I think it's really important to paint how much sport was such a big part of your life, journeying from England back to South Africa. And so it went. Yeah,
so I started professional playing for Warwickshire in 1987. Had 13 successful years with them. Also played for Griquas in that period as well as their overseas player. And then went into coaching, as you said. So I'm blessed to have still be involved in the game that I love.
Yeah, so sport, and obviously, is such a big part of people's lives. It's not just part of who you are in terms of an activity. It's a lifestyle thing. And then at 34, you were diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. So talk me through that period. What were you going through in your period of your life then? When you heard the news, was it a shock to you?
Well, I've got type 1 diabetes, as you say, which is a hereditary form of the disease. Okay. My brother was diagnosed when he was 6, so had to inject himself 4 times a day from the age of 6. Yeah. I was lucky, I went until I was 34 when it struck me. But I was actually in Bloemfontein coaching at the time, and I was still playing at Warwickshire, 2 years left, when I just had an incessant thirst all the time, and obviously always going to the toilet because I was drinking all the time, and I was none the wiser. I was drinking Coke and Fanta, etc. And then one day I just had dizzy spells, so I went to the doctor, said, look, I'm not quite sure what's happening here. I'm drinking all the time, obviously then always going to the toilet. Can you have a look at me? So he said, have you got diabetes in your family? I said, well, actually, yes, my uncle and my brother. And he says, well, I think that's what it is. Just give me a urine sample. And he put the felt in it, whatever it is, and he said, you definitely, there's too much sugar in your urine. I spent 5 days in hospital getting used to taking the levels of insulin they gave me. And from then I've had to live with it. And yeah. It is a disease. It's a terrible disease, but it's one that you can manage. And the message I'd like to give out there is, the guys, youngsters especially, it's something you can manage and still have a sports career.
Yeah. So it is surprising. I mean, you imagine 34, but I mean, your brother, even 6 years old, learning about diabetes. I always imagine it being an old man's sort of disease as it comes. So explain to me the difference between type 1 and type 2, the hereditary versus the lifestyle.
Well, basically, type 1 diabetes is when your pancreas just stops altogether. So then you have to inject insulin into yourself 3 times a day after each meal, and then 1 at night, which is a long-acting for the next day. Type 2 diabetes is a nutrition type, with bad diet and things like that. You get type 2 mainly, not all the times. And in that case, the pancreas slows down. It doesn't stop altogether. So by taking pills, you can kickstart or make up for the loss of insulin that you're not getting from your pancreas.
Awesome. So you have type 1, and you've mentioned that you can still continue to have an active lifestyle, still have a sports career with diabetes. Have you seen that happen before? And what are you mentioned your telltale signs, but what should other young people be looking out for?
I think the classic ones are, moodiness. People say that I've still got that.
I've got diabetes. That's it, done.
Obviously, tiredness, and you're thirsty and excessive going to the toilet, urination, things like that. But, you talk about can you live with it? When I first was diagnosed, there was a captain of Tottenham Hotspur, was Gary Mabbott, and he played for England. He was a diabetic, and in England, he was pushed forward as a person to youngsters to look up to. And, of course, when I was playing, one of the great Wasim Akram is also type 1 diabetic. One of the best bowlers in the world. One of the best bowlers in the world, an absolute magician with the ball, travelled all over the world. Great physique, great athlete, and he lived and managed his type 1 diabetes alongside it. So there is the message to any youngster or any middle-aged man, whatever, yes, it's a terrible disease. It's something that, you have to manage, you have to keep, but you can manage it and you can live with it. And I think that's the message I'd like to give. Other great sportsmen have managed to do it, so anybody else can do it as well.
But why that message? Are there a lot of kids who feel hopeless by it and just sort of settle into my life's done?
Yeah, when I first was diagnosed, I got quite a few mails, the old-fashioned written on paper type, not the emails these days.
Post.
Post to Edgbaston, where I used to play, where a lot of parents were saying that they'd seen that I was still playing professional cricket, and their sons had it, and their sons felt. And as my brother, when he first got diabetes, He thought, you know, he wanted to be an airline pilot. And that's it, straight away. You can't be an airline pilot with diabetes, so that was his dream out the window. But there's still ways you can have a great... So I was fortunate to play professional sport, football, tennis, golf, any sport you want to play, you can do it with diabetes. Don't let it put you off. You just have to be aware and manage the process.
Yeah, Andy, thank you very, very much. This is very cool to see. So it's important for young people to realise it's not debilitating. It is a disease, but at the same time is manageable, and you can still have a good career ahead of you. Yeah. So thanks for coming to share that important story with us today on the show. Let's get some food in our bellies.
Cream-o-nays, creamy till the last drop, made with love by Clover.
With the festive season coming up, obviously we'll all be getting lots of visitors, and Cream-o-nays has a uniquely shaped reusable tub with a little surprise hidden just behind the wrapper. There are 6 collectible Cream-o-nays tubs. Today, we show you how to make the most of your Cream-o-nays and the collectible tea bag tub with a wonderful high tea recipe for your next get-together. So, Clem, now because it's festive season, people are always dropping in, and I think high teas are like the perfect idea.
I think so as well, because it's essentially a combination of sweet, savoury things, different textures, and it's small.
It's small.
Which is important.
And with high teas, typically, it always has to be finger food, right?
Very, very important.
Yes,
so like you said earlier, I was inspired by our little Cream-o-nays tub with one of the tea bags. I thought, like, let's do a little high tea. Very simple, egg sandwiches. But again, beautiful little finger sandwiches. It's going to be amazing. So in this bowl, I've got some free-range hard-boiled eggs. Maybe, can you do the mashing?
Yeah, I don't mind. Absolutely.
And then I wanted to make it a little fancy as well and use capers to add a little bit of that seasoning.
Yes.
And capers are
great. A bit of a sting.
Yeah, but that extra brininess that's going to go in. And such a unique flavour that you just taste immediately with your egg salad. And then obviously beautiful Cream-o-nays, which is made with real dairy. And I love that. What do you think? Should we keep it chunky?
I like mine a bit fine.
Okay, keep on going. I'm going to grab the Cream-o-nays. There we go. So, I love it. It is really, really creamy. And I like my egg salads creamy.
Yes, and it's easy to scoop out.
It is.
Okay, cool.
There we go.
Oops. All right,
pop that
do we
back
start
up.
mixing?
Sure, could give it a good mix. Put this aside here.
Are we adding any pepper?
I will add a little bit of pepper, not really any more salt because of those capers that are in there. They're very salty already. So I like white pepper with my eggs. That's kind of the rule in my house. Eggs and white pepper, that's what the two of them go together perfectly.
They go well together.
They do.
Okay, cool.
Okay, that's done. So let's get our sandwiches going. And this is super easy. Let's just do this.
Yeah. I love these tubs.
They are.
Absolutely love them.
I love that they're
If you're a
using...
hoarder, and I know a lot of people's moms are hoarders, and they always keep all the jam jars, all the mayonnaise jars, but these are actually quite slick to keep. I
They
actually
really
wouldn't
are.
mind hoarding these.
Absolutely.
And remember, the keyword for this recipe is Clover. SMS that keyword to 33650. You'll be sent the link to the recipe and the full list of ingredients.
Okay. Crusts have to come off. Don't worry, we're not wasting. That's what Dan and I do in the ad break. And that's so simple. I think it's very traditional. No crusts with your little finger sandwiches.
Yes. And the crust just takes too long to chew.
It does, but you know what? Sometimes. I love the textures. Sometimes you're right, sometimes. But we're not wasting. We're going to chomp that in a second. So now we just cut them into little fingerlings. Try to keep all the egg inside. In. Keep tucking in again. And that's it. So what I've done is, because we're talking about...
Your bread is very fresh.
It is so fresh.
Why.
Because we're talking about diabetes as well today, I've kind of like paired it up with some fresh ingredients. I think is also important to every high tea. You got to have crunch, freshness with all your breads and pastries. So I went with beautiful vegetables, and like you said, everything perfectly held in your hand. So I created some like amazing textures with my carrots, cucumber, and some radishes.
I see that. I see that.
Super fancy, super healthy, super fresh.
Yeah, yeah.
This is how we do high tea.
And I see you've put a twist on how you're serving it, right?
It is.
Because how you're serving it is a big part of high tea, right?
Normally it's that big cake stand.
Yes.
We're playing around with it. We're keeping it like low on the ground. We're using a gold cake stand there with a piece of wood. This is Africa. We've got textures for days. So we're bringing that to the table. That's exactly what we've done.
Absolutely. I love it. I'm going to taste one of these.
Go for it.
Can I?
Please do.
Yummy. Clover wants you to take them home for the holidays with this amazing hamper. In order to win this prize valued at R1,000, all you have to do is head over to our Facebook page. Let us know what type of tea you store in your Cream-o-nays collectible tub, rooibos or Ceylon. Comment with your answer on Clover Cream-o-nays post and stand a chance to win.
Made with love by Clover.
That looks delicious. Now listen, earlier on in the show we met Andy Moles. He is just one of 3.5 million people in South Africa suffering from diabetes. It's one of the biggest health epidemics worldwide. And after the break, we chat to a Pharmadynamics spokesperson, Nicole Jennings, about whether it's possible to reverse the damage done by this disease.
Cream-o-nays, creamy till the last drop, made with love by Clover.
Get a taste of the smooth life and win when you buy Tropica. Follow the entry details on your Tropica bottle and stand a chance to win daily airtime prizes, weekly giveaways of Fujifilm Instax cameras, Daniel Klein His and Hers watches or travel vouchers. You could also win the grand prize of a trip for 2 to the Maldives and stay at the luxurious Adoran Resort. Visit tropica.co.za for info and T's and C's.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express. We're live on SABC3. And before the break, I asked you the all-important question, can diabetes be reversed? Well, it's estimated that up to 3.5 million South Africans are suffering from diabetes, with another 5 million considered pre-diabetic and thousands more who are undiagnosed. Over time, diabetes can lead to severe side effects, and if not managed correctly, it could be life-threatening. However, recent research has indicated that with drastic lifestyle changes, diabetes can in fact be reversed. Here to discuss this is Nicole Jennings from Pharmadynamics. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here.
So let's first begin. We've understood the basics of the difference between type 1 and type 2 diabetes, but give us a slightly more detailed understanding of the difference.
Okay. So first of all, type 1 diabetes can happen to anyone at any stage. It's unfortunately not preventable or curable, and it is in most cases hereditary.
Okay.
And basically what happens is the immune system turns on itself. It starts to attack the beta cells located in the pancreas, and these cells are responsible for insulin production. What happens as a result is the body can't produce insulin, and hence, blood sugar levels just spike.
Okay.
Type 2 diabetes, on the other side, is generally known as a lifestyle disease. this recent research does indicate that it's possible that you can go into remission, which is where your blood sugar levels remain stable without medication for a while. But in most cases, lifestyle change is really the only way to prevent type 2 diabetes.
Okay, cool. So one we've learned it can happen to you at any time in any place. It can also be genetic. The other is caused by bad lifestyle.
Yes.
All right. How do we know if we have got diabetes? I know we've mentioned it a little bit before, but what are some of the telltale signs and symptoms we should look out for?
Okay, if diabetes runs in your family specifically, I think you should be on the lookout for the symptoms of diabetes. They are quite similar for type 1 and type 2. Generally, you'll be very thirsty and you'll use the bathroom quite often. A feeling of almost a lethargic feeling and a feeling of tiredness, tingling in the hands and the feet, constant tiredness, and then also a sudden and inexplicable drop in weight can be signs of diabetes.
Okay, those are quite general sort of terms. I mean, if someone were to Google, have I got diabetes, and the symptoms popped up, I'm pretty sure I would panic immediately. So is there always the first protocol, go see a doctor if there's anything that's worrying you? Because fatigue could cause tiredness and thirst and all of that.
Definitely.
Heat could cause those things.
Definitely.
Okay.
I think always just rather be safe, go see your physician, because the sooner you catch this, the sooner you can get the treatment that you need and you can start implementing those steps that are necessary, ultimately for a healthier lifestyle.
Okay. So it's not curable, but you can maintain a healthy lifestyle with diabetes in the sense that you could get your pens if you are type 1 and obviously make sure that your insulin remains consistent. But type 2, changing your lifestyle is kind of what caused the problem in the first place. So let's first talk about how to prevent getting diabetes or type 2 diabetes.
Okay. So prevention, it really is mainly about healthier lifestyle choices. Okay. Simple day-to-day decisions like, opting rather for whole foods as opposed to refined carbohydrates, being physically active. The main focus is really diet, including as many vegetables as possible, and just being aware of the fact that what you eat will have a direct impact on your health and on your quality of life going forward.
Okay, so eating too much sugar isn't the issue necessarily. It's a whole bunch of other factors too. It's making sure your body itself is healthy, not only about the amount of sugar that you're eating.
Yes, so I think sugar in general, especially lately, has come under fire in the media. It's definitely a wise decision to immediately cut out sugar if you can. Cut out soft drinks, cut out normal cane sugar, and opt for fruits, for example, to get your sugar from fruit rather.
Okay. Lovely. Now, we mentioned that the science is pointing towards the fact that you could perhaps reverse the diabetes. I'm guessing only type 2 you could be able to reverse through this method, and that's through these healthy eatings. Can you give us some tips and tricks on how that works? And if you want to go learn more about this research, where can we go?
Okay, so it's very exciting research. It was done by the Newcastle University. And what they did is they took a bunch of patients that had type 2 diabetes and they drastically decreased their calorie intake to about 600 calories a day, and which is quite low, yes. Consisting mainly of fluids and non-starchy vegetables. And what they found is that after a week of keeping these patients on 600 calories a day, they actually entered remission. So as I explained, that means for the first time in years, basically they were able to have a normal range of blood sugar levels without any medication, which is amazing. And I think is really a message of hope out there for people who have been taking their medication for years and who are so used to the excessive costs and the doctor's appointments and the things that go hand in hand with diabetes, that there is hope to enter remission and to stay in remission if you make the healthy lifestyle decision.
This is very, very exciting research indeed. So thank you for coming to share this with us. And hopefully in a few months' time we can have another conversation. A few months' time we'll have to have another conversation, and eventually a cure is found. Hey?
It would be wonderful.
That would be so exciting. Really cool conversations happening on Afternoon Express today. Share your thoughts, #Afternoon Express. If you know somebody who is looking for more information on this research, all the details will be on our website, afternoonexpress.co.za.
Pharmadynamics, effective, affordable healthcare.
The holidays are officially kicking off, and nothing gets the festive season going like a good Christmas movie. And this past Friday saw the release of A Bad Mom's Christmas, starring Mila Kunis and Kirsten Bell. The story revolves around the life of three mothers who give up their own enjoyment of the holidays to please everyone else, an experience I'm sure all moms know all too well.
It's the most wonderful
I've always loved Christmas, but as a mom, it's a lot of work. And between the wrapping, the shopping, the cooking, the decorating...
Sweetie, we don't drink the tree water. Because we're people, right? Oh, God, make it stop.
There's almost no time to actually enjoy it. And only one thing...
Oh, no.
What is it?
Could make it even more stressful.
My mother's coming for Christmas.
Everything's gonna be fine.
She's the most critical human being on the planet. I can't fix that. I'm not Beyonce. Mom? Hi, Mom.
Hey, Nate.
Mom?
I'm here to see my daughter on Easter. Christmas.
I cannot wait to spend every waking minute with you.
Oh, no. Where's your tree?
I guess I've just been a little busy.
Well, clearly not at the gym. Woof.
I'm a 34-year-old woman, and she's still telling me how to live my life.
My mom got her hair cut and colored exactly like mine. Is that normal?
We don't like to use the word normal.
You were gonna be my best friend forever.
Yeah.
I want to throw a Christmas party.
Where, my house?
Yes, and 184 people are coming.
How much did this cost?
Can you put a price tag on wonder?
I actually just wanted to enjoy Christmas this year.
You're a mom. Moms don't enjoy, they give joy. She's gonna keep treating you like this until you fight her.
Physically, I don't want you to meet my mom. Now watch me. Christmas is supposed to be fun. Say Christmas back. No more perfect gifts, no more perfect decorations, no more perfect anything.
Let's put the back in Christmas. That didn't come out exactly as I planned it, but you guys get what I
we know what you meant.
How I like. I'm Debo, that's my vibe.
My daughter thinks that I'm so hard on her. Oh, I had a horrible mother. She once slapped me for wearing open-toed shoes on a sailboat.
It was a different time then.
It was 2 months ago.
I light it up, I set it off, go all day and all night.
I'm kind of on a first date with Santa number 2.
How'd you guys meet?
Oh, waxing his business. Oh my God.
It looks like a parking cone.
He has such kind eyes.
Put a baby in me, Santa number 2!
What a fun movie. I mean, it just challenges all the notions of the stereotype of what a mom should be doing during the holidays and what your responsibilities are. And everybody forgets moms also need to rest during the holidays. What are your thoughts on that?
Definitely, moms needs to rest, but the word mom and rest does not go in one sentence, unfortunately.
I know. I mean, do you think part of it is our fault because we tend to kind of, when we do have an opportunity to rest, we go down our to-do list of stuff that we've neglected to do and we're like, oh, now it's my turn to actually do this now.
Definitely. I mean, if it's not kids feeding, changing diapers, it's washing, it's dishes, it's husband needs food, it's everything else. So you are completely lost on the list.
Absolutely. And I also find during the holidays, I tend to want everything to look Christmassy because I'm a holiday person. So when I do have free time, then I want to put up the Christmas tree and then I want to maybe bake some goods and da-da-da-da. And with your kids, do you tell them about Santa? What is the story? Does Santa come and drop off gifts?
So Isabella's 2 now, so I think she would start to realize now if we tell her that Santa's coming.
Yeah.
And luckily with Daddy, he'll be home for Christmas, the first time in, I think, 9 years.
The first time in 9 years, oh my God.
So we'll have a proper Christmas tree and celebrate Christmas, and I think you should wear a Santa suit for Bella.
Absolutely. I think, oh, she's so adorable. It's interesting. I'm putting it together now. My son said to me about a week ago, Mom, do you believe in Santa? Or, you know, he said, is Santa real? And I said, I don't know, what do you think? Because I always want to check what he thinks before I burst his bubble. And he said, I actually think Santa's real.
Oh, sweet.
And I said, oh, that's cool. And I'm glad you believe in Santa. But now I actually realized what he's setting me up to get him a gift, right? Because he's going to be like, where's the gifts? Why didn't Santa come to our house?
Kids are so clever.
Absolutely. Well, I hope you enjoy the holidays and I hope you do get some rest in there.
Thank you. I hope so too.
So after the break, Clem shares an easy and nutritious breakfast recipe that's perfect for the kids this holiday. And remember, our 2017 Clicks Advent Calendar is coming up later in the show where you stand a chance to win. If you're the fastest caller on 021-430-9881, remember that our lines will only open at the exact moment that we say so. Keep those phones handy, ready, steady, go. We'll be right back.
Express yourself.
My son's name is JD. He's now 4 years old. My child is diagnosed with rhabdomyosarcoma sarcoma. It's a cancer in his left leg. Choke helped us too much in this journey with accommodation, transport, to make our journey a lot easier.
CHOC is one of South Africa's leading organizations who aid families stricken with pediatric cancer. Afternoon Express, together with my school, are committed to helping CHOC raise funds for a newly refurbished outpatient home. You can get involved by signing up for your free virtual My School, My Village, My Planet card today. Download the My School app, select Chuck as one of your beneficiaries, and you'll automatically be entered into a weekly loot.co.za competition. Together we can make every swipe count.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express. We're live on SABC 3. Now it's time for our weekly new laid egg masterclass. And today Clem is showing us how to make mini breakfast tarts. These are the ultimate breakfast choice because they're both quick and healthy and making it perfect for those busy mornings that I know you and I have every single time. And if you want to get your hands on this recipe, you SMS the keyword eggs to 33650 at a cost of R1.50 and your free SMSs don't apply. Now, did you know that this is my breakfast every morning I leave the gym?
I'd believe you. They're amazing.
They make these at the gym, and I always buy them because they got the protein in there. They've got all the vegetables you need for the morning as well, and they're so easy and convenient. You can eat them while you drive.
You really can, and low in carbohydrates.
Yes,
if that's what you're doing right now.
Cool.
So you're trying to get ready for summer. So these are a great breakfast to use. Absolutely. So we're using new laid fresh eggs. Only fresh eggs. It doesn't work if you're not going to use fresh eggs.
Okay, and if you're looking for fresh eggs, you can always trust the New Laid has those. So if you're always wondering, like if a recipe says fresh eggs, like our one says today, you'll always know that New Laid is bringing you those fresh eggs. So that's a good little tip.
Exactly, there we go. So some full cream milk going in there.
So you're basically making like a typical egg batter that you would make for an omelette or a scrambled egg or something.
Yeah. Wait, I would rather keep on scrambling and I'm actually put you to work. How about that?
Deal.
So let's swap sides. So I've got some ingredients for you. I've got some tomatoes, basil, all three colors of peppers, some Viennas, ham, cheese. Dan, go crazy. Show me what you got.
Make my own different things. All right, done and dusted. So I'm going to incorporate some vegetables into mine because I like all kinds of vegetables.
I love that.
I'll make some of them green, some of them yellow, and I'll make some of them red. And did you know that the Italian colors are green, white, and red? So this is the yellow counts as white.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna give it to you.
Give it to you. Cool. So put a little veggies. I'm going to make 3. Is that fine for now?
Perfect.
I don't have time to make so many of them. A bit of tomato is always good inside. I won't add too much. And obviously you can play with your own ingredients at home, right?
Absolutely. Some roast butternut. That'll be amazing. Some bacon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can we try and make these on like a sort of Sunday night to prepare us for the new day?
You really can. You can totally do that. And then it's great. And because they keep in the fridge.
Yes.
You can even freeze them.
Oh, stunning.
That'd be great.
That's so cool because obviously you got all the protein that you want to get into your system in the morning. It's got all the nutrients that you need for a good day. I want to add too much and then I'm done. It's nice to just sort of prepare on a Sunday to carry with you as a breakfast snack on the way to work.
Exactly. So if you get past with the ladle, I'm ready to spoon over our egg mixture.
Cool. Here's the ladle. It's almost like, what's a ladle?
Here we go.
Cool. Egg goes inside and then you bake these, I'm assuming, in the oven.
Absolutely. So what I love about this is like if you get your kids involved and they add their own fillings, it kind of creates a sense of responsibility. So they feel involved and then they're going to love it even more.
Stunning. Are these non-stick, by the way, or did you just line them with a little bit of non-stick?
It's non-stick, but a little bit of kitchen spray will also help a lot.
Stunning.
They let you go into the oven for 15 minutes, coming out looking amazing like that. And Dan, that's your breakfast of the week, okay?
Done and dusted. Just pour a little bit of basil in there and then it looks absolutely perfect. Finished and clear, only using New Laid's fresh eggs on Afternoon Express today. Now, I hope that you guys have got your phones handy and ready to dial 021-430-9881 for the Clicks Advent Calendar. That's coming up after the break. And just a reminder that our lines are not open yet and will only open at the exact moment that we say so. So stay right there, you could be a winner.
The Clicks Advent Calendar on Afternoon Express has 36,000 rands worth of prizes to be won to make your Christmas wishes come true. So far, we've given away Remington hairstyling tools, but the joy continues with body care products, a hamper of fine fragrances, and a collection of nutritional supplements still up for grabs. Don't miss your chance to win with the hashtag #ClicksChristmas and Afternoon Express at 4 p.m. on SABC3.
You were very good.
The Clicks Advent Calendar on Afternoon Express has 36,000 rands worth of prizes to be won to make your Christmas wishes come true. So far, we've given away Remington hairstyling tools, but the joy continues with body care products, a hamper of fine fragrances, and a collection of nutritional supplements still up for grabs.
Indeed, and on that note, welcome back to Afternoon Express. It's time for our Clicks Advent Calendar giveaway. Get out your phones, the lines are officially open. 021-430-9881. The first call to get through will be making it on the floor, choosing themselves a prize. Now, last week, Lyndall Adams won herself a Remington hamper to the value of 3,000 Rand, but with so much more still up for grabs around me under these boxes right here, we're making sure that the festive season is very, very merry. Now, what's in store for today's winner? We're about to find out. You guys have called into the show. We're busy going through all the lines. The first person that comes through will choose themselves a box. box. Once they're on the floor, they'll choose a number from the box. I'll open up the box. Whatever's underneath the box will be the prize that they win. Remember that each of these boxes, no matter the size, is valued at 3,000 rand. So it's not about the size of the package, all right, everybody? It's whatever's underneath that's the important part, all valued at 3,000 rand. All you're going to do is select your favorite number, and that number will be the one that you choose, and underneath are the prizes that you could be winning. So congratulations to last week's winner. She managed to choose number 3. So number 3 is the only one that is eliminated thus far. I've seen some incredible things in the prize list, but I have no idea what prize is under which box. It's up to you to make sure you got the fastest fingers to call in to 021-430-9881 to select a number, and then obviously that prize that's underneath the box will be yours. Right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for us to get our first caller for today. Let's welcome Clementine from Johannesburg. Welcome to Afternoon Express.
Hi.
Congratulations on having the fastest fingers for today. Clementine, are you doing well?
Yes, I'm very well, thank you.
Good. Did you have a good weekend?
Yes.
Good. Can I make it even better?
Yes, thank
Awesome.
you, please.
And what I want you to do for me is you need to pick a number between 1 and 12, excluding number 3. As your favorite number, I'll lift it up and I'll tell you what you've won, all right?
Okay.
So what number are you going to choose?
Number 9.
You're going to choose number 9, which is right in front of me over here. It's a pretty little number, don't you think? What could be underneath this box? Just tapping it, I can hear something fancy in here. Ready?
I'm ready.
You ready, Clementine?
Yes.
Underneath number 9, you've got a whole bunch of GNC products. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank
Awesome.
you.
The prize is valued at 3,000 rand. Congratulations on having Fast Fingers and for saving Afternoon Express as your speed dial.
Thank you.
Awesome, Clementine. Stay on the line so we can get your details, all right?
Okay, thank you.
All right, congratulations to Clementine, our second winner in the Clicks Advent Calendar giveaway. Number 3 and number 9 are gone. So don't forget about the Clicks Advent Calendar grand prize at the end, worth 50,000 rand of products, including 3,000 rand Standard Bank U-Count gift card, a smart life appliances, there's hair accessories, and so much more. Just head over to the Afternoon Express Facebook page and reply to the competition post listing the 3 items from Clicks that are on your wish list, and don't forget to use the hashtag ClicksChristmas. VAS rates apply, T's and C's apply. Visit afternoonexpress.co.za to find them. And remember that the competition closes on the 20th of December. Today, however, is not the only time and the last time for you to be able to win in Clicks. There's still 10 more prizes to be given away between Monday and Thursday on Afternoon Express. So tomorrow, it could be you as one of our winners.
'Tis the season to be winning with the Clicks Advent Calendar competition on Afternoon Express. Call in, pick a box, and you could win hampers of fragrances, body care products, cosmetics, and sweet treats, and so much more from hashtag ClicksChristmas.
Congratulations, Clementine, and I hope you enjoy your prize. Lots of exciting prizes
Do you think it was
to come.
Clem who phoned somebody? It was like, let's name yourself Clementine and then phone into the show.
No, he wouldn't do it so close. He'd come up with another name, a totally different name, yeah.
Awesome.
But it's a good trick. I might actually just try that. JP, you have a very exciting event coming up soon. It's also to do with the JP21 project. Please tell us about it.
It's on the 17th of December. It's called the JP21 Super 8s. What it is a corporate cricket day. 8-a-side tournament where the captains of the team are myself, Faf du Plessis, Morne Morkel, and AB de Villiers. So we're trying to be creative in how we raise funds for the project. Obviously, a project of this magnitude requires lots and lots of funding. So as I said, we're trying to be creative. It's at the prestigious Polo Estate, Val de Vie in Paarl. 17th of December. To get tickets, go to iticket.co.za. Come and support us. It's obviously for a great cause.
Absolutely. It's great to see so many big brands pulling together to raise funding, and Val de Vie getting involved as well. It's such a beautiful venue.
Indeed.
No, we're excited, yeah.
JP, I've been dying to say this throughout the whole show, and even last time you came on the show, never got a chance to say my joke. Can I?
Please.
Right, so obviously you're a spin bowler, and everyone knows that spin bowlers get like hit for 6 often. Like it's quite a lot of runs that come from spin bowlers. I just wanted to ask, did you hit it for a maiden when you... Hit a maiden? Hit a maiden? I didn't say it very well. It was one of our content producers was like, hey Dan, this is a fun joke about cricket, and I messed it up.
Did you come up on yourself?
No, clearly. I
Clearly.
can't even deliver it right. But you see the pun there, maiden.
When you mess up the punchline, it's such a bummer.
Right, let's move over to social media. We're asking you about diabetes on social media. Do you know anybody who's been affected or perhaps a member of your family who has suffered from diabetes? And we got a couple of comments that I wanted to read out. One was from Linda Tolo, who says, yes, my mom has diabetes and my aunt. So I think it's about time that I test if I have diabetes. So Linda, thank you for tuning into the show and realizing that it could be genetic. So well done for taking that stance there. Mimi says, yes, I'm diabetic type 1. We had one other one read out from Melisensha, who says, yes, my father. Hopefully I never get it. I'm following the Banting diet. So that whole lifestyle change we were talking about is one great way to prevent yourself from getting type 2 diabetes. And with obviously all the cures that we're learning about now, well, not that there is a cure, but all of the prevention methods, it looks like you could perhaps reverse diabetes by, following a really healthy diet.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, I would be the worst person to get diabetes because I'm so afraid of needles. I'd just be like, oh.
Yeah, jabbing yourself every day must be hectic.
Yeah, it must be crazy. Yeah.
Get someone to do it for you.
Yeah, that's another option. So I don't have to look at the
We've
needle.
just wrapped up, we're wrapping up 16 days of activism. Oh, Bonnie's giving me the blank stare. I think we're currently inside 16 days of activism against women and children abuse. And I'm very interested to ask parents who are specifically got new kids
For
about
me, every
pressure.
day is activism. That's the other thing. I think South Africa has become so aware of what needs to be done, and I think we can never get off that train.
But as a mother of children, I mean, what are your big hopes and dreams for your kids?
Sure. I think, it's such a cliche, but it's just for her to be completely happy in life and always know that no matter what decision she makes, that myself and JP will always support her through anything and everything that she does in life.
Yeah. Now that you'll be spending more time at home, can we look forward to a second one anytime soon?
Can't deny, neither can I confirm.
About these high tea sandwiches, please help yourself.
Thank you very much.
Looking forward to the event at Valdeby. It's going to be awesome. It's such a beautiful venue to outside and go play cricket. And I think it's so good to know that their kids can pour their energies and lifestyles into something that is proactive, productive, and can help them gain a career for themselves as well into the future. So it's really exciting to see. And I know earlier on you mentioned that there were hero stories. Can you tell us one hero story?
Yeah.
So I can give you two maybe. Okay. So we've got about 11 bursaries now that has been afforded to us from various schools around Western Cape to afford these kids high school bursaries, which they can further their education and obviously their sport. But I think the biggest sort of life story that has come out is 3 kids have made provincial colours through the JP 21 project, and that's amazing to see. And
It's brilliant. It really is cool.
Yeah, amazing things happening and lots more to come.
That is spectacular. And it's also awesome to see you giving back at such a young age.
Am I still young?
Yeah,
Thank you very
absolutely.
Young at heart, we all are. Listen, you guys can join us again tomorrow for the Afternoon Express Cook-Along. Our special guest is comedian and TV personality Sue Duminy. So it promises to be a high-energy hour that you do not want to miss. I don't know if she or Jeannie or him are going to be able to survive each other because they are both going to be like, wah!
Yeah, it's going to be lit. Come through. It's going to be lit.
Have a good night,
Thank you so much for joining us.
And happy eating. Bye. I want one of these quiches.
Afternoon Express, made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.